some would call it being a diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team. And we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome to the home of the Florida State Seminoles, Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee. And the Seminoles will put total effort to crank us up. The returner will field it and try to do some business. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Clemson Tigers offense will have first crack at this one. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, you get all the quotes, all the people talking about all those blowhards on all the different networks, us, talking about how bad it was and how embarrassing it was, and now you get a chance to get some payback. They're excited.
Makes the tackle at the 25 after a 5-yard gain.
And that's a good second down run. Commit to the running game, run the football, great gain, great job by the offensive line. Keep it rolling.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Off the play fake on first down. That's caught. It's Durant. Oh, did you like that stiff arm? Get a face full of that as he gets it up to the 34. And the Tigers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. He leaves it with his back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Looking to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. Breaks into the open. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. Clemson is quick to the line.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? Third down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something you put in on day one install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Coming out on first down with the play fake. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. On the ground. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Tries again to get it in. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone.
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Seminoles offense will go to work for the first time today. And they're going to have to contend with a secondary that is one of the best in the nation, Jesse.
And they're a complete secondary, too. When you watch them on film, they're very good defending the pass in coverage, and they can play man and zone. But I like them, David, because they're not afraid to put their face in the fan. Everybody in the back end likes to tackle and likes to be physical. That's what makes them special.
Yeah, and it's just an elite group in the back end. Multiple guys that win their individual matchups, which makes it hard to run offense. And this is a group that, yes, they tackle well, they see the football well, they break on it well. You better worry about the ground game. You better get some kind of deception going against this secondary.
The give to the back. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Noles injecting some attitude, throwing the spear down and declaring they're going to run the football.
Run the football, be aggressive. This is the part of the offense that, remember, it was a long time, Florida State offensive line play wasn't good enough. They got to get that physicality, that run game, if they want to be a great program again.
They're going to go right back to him on first down. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. Quickly out to the tight end. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. The Seminoles send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to the big tight end. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw your primary target like he was on that last one.
Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. They'll run the screen. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective. Clemson jumps to the line.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to him on the ground. Makes it past the marker. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. This Clemson offense moving quickly down the field. Quick release on the RPO. Turning it on. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep. The Tigers trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They're going to run it. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When we got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
Defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally, you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept. I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Touchdown, Tigers. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Just a short pass to the tight end. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Wants to throw. It's Everett. And that 3rd down pass had some serious juice, but they couldn't hook up. The Seminoles will line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming here. Fair catch is signaled for and made just shy of the 30. We've reached the break. Clemson has the lead. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. A cacophony of noise. Debilitating surround sound. The war chant on 3rd down at the dope. Fires on the move. Connection to the right. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Here comes Clemson with another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Pulls it in. It's Durant. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. See what they dial up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Under fire. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds. You can live to play another day here on this drive.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They're going to stop him short, and man, we haven't seen a lot of that. This offense has been a machine on 3rd down. So they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll ride the hot hand. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter in space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now,
and with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Finds his big tight end. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. And the Noles are rolling down the field. The offense changing the play. Looking to throw, it's Everett. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
this offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Noles will try to pin them back with the punt. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your... There he goes! He smashes his way through again. And he left the first defender grabbing at air before he was finally tackled. Pass completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Safe completion on the screen. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They are dialed in on this drive. A couple of chunk plays, and now they'll snap it on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Makes the catch. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the 2nd quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Quick strike complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. Quick release by the QB. He makes the tackle at the 23-yard line, but not before a pickup of 5 and enough for the 1st down. And the Tigers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Sometimes it's easy for the receiver to get lost running a drag through all that traffic, Jesse.
Yeah, and this is a receiver too, Reese, who's dangerous once he has the football in his hands. So I like the idea on offense of trying to get this guy the ball quickly to see what he can do once he has it.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Just keep slinging it. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. Good right down the boulevard. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, you could make a case this is the game of the week in the SEC. Kentucky has the lead right now. Feels like it's been this way since the players took the pregame catwalk. But this has been a very close game. They're up by 11 over Oklahoma. Just another week of SEC football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll send the back in motion. Fires to the tight end. Tackled at the 29. Let's give him 5 on that one. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Dropping back, it's Everett. Oh, they're after him.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looking to fire. He's got the back in the middle. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 32. And the Seminoles moving quickly to the line. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it. Points in the second half. They've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He's brought down, but not before he turned that into a positive play and picked up a few on the run. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on 3rd. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Touchdown, no! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And that is a perfect job by the offense, executing that 2-minute situation. The quarterback was really in charge and focused. Made sure that all the right decisions were being made with respect to execution and the clock. This is something we practice all season long, and they execute the 2-minute perfectly here at the end of the half.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. As expected, looks as if they'll run it out and go into halftime with a lead. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotions, and they were on full display in that first half. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that gains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And no chance at And here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
To the air, it's Everett. And he can't grab the bullet pass on third down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Running back searching for a hole. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. Grab near the marker. It's Durant. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the first down.
Wants to throw on first down. Quickly complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out.
The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Unloads quickly. Oh, he's got some space. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Look out, he's got room. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. To the ground, he's got it again. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Got some work to do after that last play, 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Setting up the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
Well, this defense has tried to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up to try to confuse the QB. It's not working. With that last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
They'll try to run for it. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
And that's a nice third down conversion for this offense. And I tell you what, the struggle for this offense has been stringing those first downs together. They're not in the top 50 in college football in first downs. They'll get one and then they kind of stall. Let's see if they can put multiple first downs together. Get one of those long drives going.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And you got to have that clock in your head, man. You get inside the 5-yard line, you better get rid of the ball. You better see it and throw it. He does a bad job holding on to the football. The defense makes the sack and puts him in 3rd and long.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And here comes comes the field goal unit. This kicker has already made a couple today. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Didn't get anything done, 3 and out on their last series. They'll try to find a rhythm here. Got it in the middle, it's Ramsey. He's brought down quickly, minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Dropping back, it's Everett. It's complete.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll go up top on second and short. He makes the grab. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Out of the gun, the running back has it.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. Finds his tight end. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try the run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Ramsey. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. The Seminoles are threatening in the red zone. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Big loss on the last play, threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. Lets it fly deep downfield. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Scanning the field, it's Everett. Fires to the wideout. It's caught. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6. They want to throw it. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Wants to fire on second down. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Florida State. Having a playmaker like that can get the offense out of just about any situation.
Ain't no doubt. He can roll right, he can roll left, he can do whatever he wants and buy time and throw the football, but you have to defend everything. You have to defend pass, you have to defend run, and you have to defend plays that aren't even called. So good luck stopping this cat.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. quarterback. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for two fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. So last time, David, they ate up some clock, ran a bunch of plays, but settled for the field goal.
Yeah, but they're still up, Reese, and I like where I'm at. And if I'm on offense right now...
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet at my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Trying play action. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's back-to-back plays that are not good for this offense. I mean, you've got to protect your main man. Your quarterback has to be upright to make decisions, to make big plays. Sacked on first down, and a quarterback hit on...
Fires one high and deep. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. Clemson will send the punt team out. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. Throws to the wideout. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the fourth quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Fires to the big fella. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Looking for a man. It's Everett. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. A strike downfield. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. The Seminoles are on the move. Looking downfield on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Seminoles have pushed it inside the 20. Wants to keep it in the air. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete.
I love the job here by the linebacker. He just kind of floats and he's shuffling and he's waiting to see which way the quarterback's going to go with the football. Not able to snag it out of the air, but hey, batting it away, it's a big time to play.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Gets it out fast. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. And the Noles will hustle to the line. Might be calling a hot route. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
All right, offense has got to be better. You've done a nice job getting the football to this point in the red zone, but now you can't go backwards. You've got to be able to get rid of the football if it's not there, and that was a terrible play giving up the sack.
Back to pass, it's Everett. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got enough space, and he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Seminoles. Lead in the game, and the confidence is building if only there's enough time to finish.
Time is ticking, but, man, you gave yourself a chance now. Now the defense, go out, do your job. We got the moment. If you give me the ball back, I'm going to win. Let's go, defense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Give to the back. Still on his feet at the 40. And some room to work. Sprinting away. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. Try to barge their way in. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively? Try to have success on 3rd down.
3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to set up the screen. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson!
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. He sends 2 wideouts right, 2 to the left on 2nd and 9. Back to throw, it's Everett. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires it down the seam. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make it.
Intercepted, and that is the last thing they needed. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. They'll leave it with the lone back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Now they'll run the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads it left. He's got it. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a crease to the left. Breaks into the open.